Story time when my sister almost got taken out of this world by someone who was getting initiated into voodoo in Haiti. So if you don't know me, hello.
Please, I don't have any time for any gossip now. Eh? Yes.
Look at you.
Do something with it.
It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me always. Money coming in all day. Money coming in all pay. Money coming, it's just money coming. It's just money coming to me frequently. Money coming in to be with me. Money coming in secretly. Money coming, this is money coming. It's just money coming to me easily. Money coming in and needing me. Money coming in repeatedly. Money coming, this is money coming. This is
Hey y'all, welcome back to All Things Jenny. I'm Jenny. So per popular demand, I was requested multiple times to make a collage of all my stories that I have shared while living in Haiti. Spooky stories to basically share, because I usually like to share my stories between other spooky stories based on the ones that match it the most. But here is 3 scary stories that I actually have told on this channel before, but you guys might not remember them. So go ahead and take a listen. And I know a lot of people will make comments like, oh, you know, spirituality is very dark, demonic, and da-da-da. But trust me, ever since I was a little girl growing up in Haiti, I have been in the trenches of that and I've seen it. So when I talk about some things, because I have experience in living amongst it, and also either my family members have been a victim of it or something. So take a look, please. If you get scared easily, don't watch this at nighttime because it can be a bit scary. So listen to it and I'll talk. Story time when my sister almost got taken out of this world by someone who was getting initiated into voodoo in Haiti. So if you don't know me, hello, I'm Jenny. I grew up in Haiti and I've seen a lot of things. But this particular story was kind of crazy because my sister, my mom here, who lived here at the time, was actually buying things and getting stuff ready for her funeral at the age of, I believe, 16 or 17. She was very young and I was a lot younger, but I still remember the story. So let me put my coffee down. So growing up in Haiti, you do see a lot of things, especially like when it comes to like voodoo and witchcraft and all that stuff. So we always are very careful, right? So we always go to sleep very early because, or not necessarily go to sleep early, but we are in the house at a certain time because you just cannot be outside after a certain time. So that particular day, we were all outside playing hide and seek, but there's this neighbor that lived right in front of us. There's this huge highway in front of their house, but we live behind their house. So they live right in front of the highway. So that family is a very sweet family. We know them. They share food with us. They always, in Haiti, if you live in like a very close neighborhood, people will cook and bring food to the family. And then whenever you cook, you bring food to them. So this particular family we're very, very nice with. And one night we were all playing hide and seek, not knowing that this guy who lives in that house was actually getting ready to be initiated to be a voodoo priest, because they just passed down the gift, right? So as he was practicing, it wasn't like they were trying to harm us or anything. He was practicing and he got this powder and mixed the powder and put it on the floor just to see, if he is capable of doing certain stuff, right? So we're playing hide and seek and my sister was actually running around. I don't know who was seeking or who was hiding, but I know that we were all playing hide and seek and my sister crossed over this powder that was on the floor, not unbeknownst to her, because obviously it's nighttime and we're playing, and she crossed over the powder. And ever since that night, my sister became literally like a zombie. Like she was sick. We couldn't figure out what's wrong with her. They took her to different hospitals. No hospital was able to tell us what was wrong with her. And they even took her to the Dominican Republic because sometime whenever you feel like, okay, well, doctors in Haiti cannot tell you what's wrong, so we'll go over to the neighboring town, which is Dominican Republic. We'll go there to go to a doctor who we believe is more professional or have more tools. Well, they couldn't tell us what's wrong with my sister. And my mom is here. My aunt is calling my mom. Uncles are calling my mom, trying to figure things out. And we got to the point where my sister just would not get better. And she was just getting sicker and sicker and sicker. So then my mom started sending money so we can get like funeral arrangements and, you know, everybody getting their funeral clothing. And in Haiti, it takes forever for everybody to get all their clothing and stuff. Usually about a month, the body would be in the morgue. But my sister wasn't dead yet, but she was like damn near about to die, right? So then we got the casket ready. We had one of our neighbor actually was a casket maker. Like he will make caskets literally right there. So he was preparing a casket for my sister to be buried in. At this point, she's like 16 years old. So then finally I have this aunt of mine she's not a Christian, but she's also not into like practicing voodoo and all that, but she has friends who does it. So she ended up going to one of her friends who basically told her, well, her friend is a voodoo priest or priestess. It was a woman. Told her that somebody that we knew did something to her, but it was accidental. So my aunt didn't go to the family, you know, being crazy and arguing and all that, because she already knew that it wasn't on purpose that they did it. But the voodoo priestess was able to tell us the initial of the family, because you know family names in the islands is very important. So we knew the people the minute they told us the initial of the family. They told us, you know, somebody close and all that stuff. So my aunt ended up going to the family that lives in front of us that did this to my sister unknowingly. And they talked to my aunt. My aunt told them what's going on. And finally, the people did something, because obviously they have the antidote to whatever they did. But because we didn't know that, we didn't know how to fix it. But as soon as my aunt talked to them, the guy who did it fixed some sort of antidote. Literally the next day, my sister was up running and just being a kid again. She was literally alive and well, as if she was never sick. So sometime whenever you go to the hospital and they cannot find what's wrong with you. Anyways, guys, that's my story. There's a lot more stories that I've experienced living in Haiti, and I would love to share with you guys. But lately I've been like, not lately, but for the longest, I'm like, oh my God, those stories are crazy. And, you know, I don't want to just bring my personal story on the internet, but I feel like those are childhood stories and we all have them. So enjoy, guys. Story time on when my uncle told me a paraki about a woman who was turned into a cow in Haiti, and she would pause and cry every single time she walked by her house because she remembered, right? So I have this uncle in Haiti that does like random ass jobs, but this particular job that he was doing was basically taking cows from a farm to a slaughterhouse, and that was his job for like a good 6 or 7 years, right? He would wake up early in the morning, like 5 o'clock, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, and he'll bring like a bunch of cows from a farmhouse to a slaughterhouse. He'll just physically walk them there, and he has to wake up so early because he don't want to interfere with traffic, because he will walk by people's houses, he will walk on the main street. However far he has to walk to get to the slaughterhouse, that's how far he will walk, right? And a lot of time, whatever cows didn't get murdered that day will have to be taken back to the farm and then back to the slaughterhouse every single day until they basically take all of them out. Well, this particular group of cows that he had to walk to the slaughterhouse, he was with them for like a week. So if he get a job, he'll have that job for like a good week until all the cows get slaughtered. So every single day that he was doing this job, his hurdle of cows, I think that's what they call it, like when you have a bunch of cows, will stop at this particular house because of this one cow that was part of the group. And this cow would stop there and refuse to move. She will cry, she will moan, and then finally she will just walk. She will just start walking again, I guess, whenever she's done crying, right? So my uncle just didn't understand what was happening. So every single day, this particular cow just will always get returned back to the farm and then back to the slaughterhouse. She will never get killed until the last day. Well, one day as he was walking, the cow obviously stopped again right in front of that same exact house, crying, and the little boy came walking out of the house, and the cow stared at the little boy and basically just bawl out crying, just continues to cry. And I wouldn't say like crying like a human, but definitely crying, well, you know, like the sound that cows make, like the moo sound, but she was crying like a baby. And it even made me so sad just hearing about it, because I'm like, oh. So then finally the little boy came out and the cow just started crying, and the little boy walked by, stared at the cow stared at the little boy, stared at the cow back, and then finally the cow just walked away. Right? Until one day, of course, my uncle is nosy. He's going by the house again, and then he stopped by to ask questions like, hey, you know, what's going on? And the cow, the little boy basically asked about what happened to the cow, and he didn't want to tell the little boy what happened because he felt like something was, you know, the little boy was connecting with the cow, so he didn't want to tell him what happened to the cow. And the little boy told him, unbeknownst to him, that his mother had recently passed away, and she didn't pass away from like natural causes because she was such a young mom, but she just passed away. She just didn't wake up, right? And then they told him the story about how they believed that his mom was turned into like a cow or something, or like turned into some sort of servant for the people who basically killed her, because that's kind of how it works. If someone kill you, they can basically turn you into a zombie or like an animal or something. And he think that's what they did to his mom. And he felt that when that cow came by his house and stopped and he looked at the cow, he could tell that was his mom. Which to me, it's crazy, because the way that the cow still remembered her house, she still remembered her son. It was very crazy. It's still a crazy story to me, and I still cannot believe or cannot even understand whether or not it's a real story or a made up story from my uncle, because he was just too drunk. But that story just sounded too real, and the fact that it was around his job, I think it really did happen. But don't take my words for it, bitch, because that's a drunk ass man telling me a paraki. So it could be just a fake story or a real story, but I have heard stories where they do turn people into cows. They do turn people into like random ass shit in Haiti. So I wouldn't put nothing past it. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the story. Bye. It's going to be a quick story time about how my godmother was basically taken out of this world by somebody who was jealous of her business and how it was thriving, and then she started hunting our childhood home until the house burned down. So that's the reason why I don't have any childhood pictures, any baby pictures at all, right? So anyways, this is my 4-in-1 makeup pen. So I'm going to, okay, so it is out of the box. It's pink. So anyway, so back to Haiti. My godmother had a husband that lived here in America, and I think he's still alive. Honestly, I haven't talked to him, but he would send her money all the time. And I'm gonna text him out so you guys can see. He will send her money all the time, so I'm gonna do the black one first. He'll send her money all the time, and she'll buy stuff so she can resell. So as I spoke before, I come from like a bit of business-minded family. This is gonna be the white one right underneath the black one. I come from a family of business people, right? So my godmom was into business, my mother was into business, and that's how they met. And then a bunch of people in my family are in business, right? So my godmom basically had a very thriving business. So her and my mom met through buying stuff from different vendors and then reselling. So her and my mother were basically good friends, and then my mom came to the United States and left me with her. So she only had like 2 kids. Her 2 boys, one was a lot older, one was around my age, which I had such bad experience living with them, not because of my godmom, but because of my brother who was my age. Just crazy stuff happened as children, right? But anyway, so she left me with them, and my mother basically came to the United States. So these are the 4 colors. I don't know if you guys can see them very well. So this is black, this is a white one, and then this is like a brown, and this is like a pink, so lip liner. So we're gonna use the lip liner and then the eyeliner, and maybe the white one, I don't know. But anyway, so my godmom would go to the market. She sells at a market. She will take her stuff every day and go set up. So at the market, you have to pay a fee, or you have to pay a fee every month. You can either have a designated area, or you can just pick one as long as you come early enough. So she'll go every morning, early in the morning, she'll set up, she'll sweep the area where she's supposed to be. But the thing is, my godmom, she was a smart lady. She would bring food for the guards who are guarding the gates and stuff, people who come and open up the gates for everybody to set up. And she'll bring them some food, she'll be nice to them and give them like some money. You know, those are people who are trying to make a living. So she'll like give them some money once in a while, bring them lunch and stuff like that. So they were nice to her. So sometimes she'll come, they'll give her like a good area to sit, like the front, you know what I mean, because she comes early, and plus she always keep her area clean, and plus she's selling a lot of stuff, and plus she's being nice to them by giving them money. Sorry, that's my alarm. By giving them money and lunch and stuff. So she kept talking about how this one lady who always bringing up stuff at work, bringing up stuff all the time she come to work. Come home, she'll vent to us about how this lady is bringing things up, you know, giving her problems. I'm gonna use the liner. I already have liner on, but I'm gonna use like right here. So then one day, my godmom went to work and she started sweeping as she usually does. She swept the floor before she set her things up, right? And then I guess saw like a piece of paper that didn't look like it was supposed to be there. She swept the paper and then she just threw it up. So threw it away, right? And then the day kind of went, she went about her business. Then the next day she went to work and she wasn't feeling well, so she ended up leaving to go home early. And then from there on, my godmom just started getting sick. And that was just from after she like broomed things that were on the floor. Next to her is the lady that's always causing problems. She's causing problems because she feel like my godmom, I used to call her mom, she felt like my godmom was bribing the people so she can get her ways. So then finally, my godmom became really, really sick. Went to doctors. Doctor couldn't figure out what's going on with her, but she was having something in her throat, almost like throat cancer. She got so sick. She got so sick. And eventually she passed away. And like I said before, a lot of people in Haiti, so now I'm going to use where's the pink one? Maybe this one. A lot of people in Haiti, like I say, they don't practice Santeria, voodoo like that, but they do go to someone when they feel like they need to, right? So then her family, of course, ended up going to someone. This is kind of bright. Her family ended up going to someone to see what happened to her. She was very young, you know, vibrant, going to business, traveling to buy things, and then coming back to resell them. And all of a sudden, she just fell ill. And then within like a month, she passed away. So then they went to go figure out what happened. And then lo and behold, somebody did something to her. Somebody did something to her where it ended up killing her, which in the form of like a sore throat or like a throat cancer or something. But obviously doctors couldn't figure out what's going on, but she knew it like it was her throat. Her throat just started hurting. Sometimes it'll swell up, sometimes it'll just go back down, and then just one day she just didn't wake up, right? So then that happened, and because her family, her husband here was devastated. And because her family are Christians, right? So they decided not to pursue anything or do anything to that person who have did it, because they don't really have concrete proof, but they know that somebody did it to her. So then finally we just ended up moving on. But me as a child, I think I was like 6 or 7, around that age. I don't know what's going on. I know that she's no longer here. So then they're doing arrangements so we can go in and not move in with her mom, but her mom was going to move in with us. So her mom, which is my godma, or my grandma, which I call her grandma because that's my godmom's mom anyways, she moved in with us. So now she's living in the house with us with her 2 boys and then me. So then every single night I keep waking up screaming, crying, because I keep saying that my godmom is outside and she's calling me to go outside with her, to go to be with her. And as a child, I don't know what's going on. I just know that somebody's outside calling my name, but this isn't a dream, not in real life. So I'm dreaming, I'm waking up screaming, and then people ask me, oh, what's going on? So I'm telling them that my godmom is outside and she wants me to go outside. And then one day, okay, so we're going to match it with this. So one day, I ended up sleepwalking. This is what they're telling me. I sleptwalked and I opened the door because I just thought she was really outside. But of course, she wasn't outside, right? It was all in my dreams. And then one day, I ended up opening the door, but there was nobody outside. Thank goodness my brother was still up. The older one was still up, and he basically told me, you know, brought me back in the house. Anyways, so the next day, we were cooking beans. So there's this thing called ELIXIR. So ELIXIR is like one of those little pot thingies that you can sit other pots in so you can cook it, but it's like you're turning into like a fire. So basically you put like charcoal in it. So it's like a metal thing. You put charcoal in it and you light it up. You light up like a fire so you can cook stuff over it. So they were cooking beans. They were getting ready to cook that day. My godmom's mom was at the market just buying stuff so she can come home and cook. So she's at the market buying things, and the beans was cooking from like morning time, but the lisho, which like the thing to like cook the bean, was very close to the house, but not close enough for the house to catch on fire. Not close enough at all. We were all playing. I'd say it was around like 1, 2 o'clock. The beans have been cooking all day, so the charcoal was basically, now at the end of it, was basically like dust, like the brown, the gray thing that's at the bottom of it, like the sand part. So we call it sun. But it was basically no fire left, right? Because the beans was there for a long time. It was basically cooked. My brother, he was younger than the older one, but he was older than me. Him and I are out playing with friends, but not far enough so we can see the fire, but not close enough. You know what I mean? We were playing with our friends, and then all of a sudden the whole house caught on fire. There was nobody in the house. We were out playing. So good thing we were out playing, because we could have died. Anyway, the whole house caught on fire. Nobody can really explain what happened, but the entire house caught on fire. They blame it on the fire that the beans was being cooked on, but there was not enough fire in the thing for it to burn the entire house. The fire would have physically had to jump. Right? Jumped. And in Haiti, the house that we had, it was kind of brick, but some of it was covered with mud. So it was like mud, brick kind of thing. It was like a mixture of both. So they put the bricks, and then they sealed the bricks with mud, and then they painted, right? That's how our house was. So the fire literally had to physically jump to the walls. I like to put this white thing there. For that big fire to have started to burn the entire house down. Oh, this is cute. Oh, I like. Anyway. So there's another story. It's a bit longer, and it's about my aunt's daughter, or her baby, that was basically taken out unalive by a lugau that jumped on top of the house. And the baby, when we woke up the next day, the baby was in the middle of like not fire ants, but ants, and she was completely, you know. I did not share that story, but if you guys ever want to hear it, actually when I posted on TikTok, it went completely viral. I was not expecting it to go so viral, and I didn't think like so many people would be interested. I had just came from work, and I was like, you know what, I just remember the story, let me tell it. And it went completely viral. I even like opened up a YouTube channel or YouTube video one time, and it was a scary story channel, and I saw myself. I was like the first video that was being played. I was a little taken back because I see myself and it wasn't my channel. It was kind of weird, but I will share that. So I didn't get a chance to share that story, but maybe in another video I'll make another collage of more stories that I've told, so that way you guys can have a whole video of just my stories. So anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Go ahead and like and share, and also leave a comment and let me know what you think about those stories. Trust me, I have so many more, because my childhood was very interesting. It was just, not only was I living across the street from my siblings and I didn't know who they were, I went to school with them and I didn't know who they were. I mean, I used to eat my sister's food and kind of sort of bully her, although I'm not proud of that, but I didn't know she was my sister. And it's just a lot of stuff going on. And also I grew up in a haunted house. You know, my godmom passed away and she came back to hunt the house and then burned the house down. I told you I was going to share that story, so there it goes. And also multiple other stories, and you guys will see my stories between other stories, but I will continue to share my spook. Hey guys. guys, I'm Jenny and this is Shameless Plug. So I want to tell you guys about my Crown of Success manifestation book with easy, simple rituals and spells to manifest a life of abundance in your life. And those spells are so easy, even a child can do it. So this book is filled with different spells that I've learned over the years from my family, passed down from grandma and everything. And also those are spells that I've actually tried and I know that they work. So this book not only teach you step by step on the things that you can do that are so easy that a child can do it, but it tells you like the proper moon phase to use, alchemy, manifesting with numbers, numerology, and also the days of the week that best fit for this particular spell. So it tells you the timing of when to practice the spell, the days of the week, the moon phase. It shows you all the colors of the candles that you should be using and different planets. So for example, I show you like planet Jupiter is for Thursdays and the hours of the days that you should be doing the spell. So this is an easy road opener spell. So I know a lot of people like to do like different spell work, but if your roads are blocked, of course your spells are not going to work. So it's good to unblock yourself first and then start using the spell, especially with the new years and the new days to come. And also I have some amazing spells in here. This is a powerful quick money spell. So if you're in a bind for some money and you're just trying to get some money, and I even have some easy powerful spell to win game of chance. So if you are a gambler, now I don't promote gambling, but if you are a gambler and you're just trying to make some money and trying to make sure you win, these spells will definitely help you. It tells you the best days to do it. So it says the best days to perform this spell is on a Thursday, Jupiter day. Jupiter is the planet of good fortune, luck, and expansion. Jupiter is the best day to perform spells that boost luck and increase your chance of success in any game of chance or any money spell, period. It has a list of so many spells that you can incorporate in your life with this new year to bring prosperity. And I even put some bonus spells on here, which for Saturday is a day to do like protection work. So I have a spell for like send back to senders. So I put some bonus spells on here, and then a protection with Archangel Michael. So there's so many spells on here. Removing the evil eye spell, so you can remove evil eye in your money and also in your everyday life. New Year home blessing spell, and I know it's been a few days since the new year started, but you can always do a home blessing spell any days of the week. As long as you need it, you could do it. So anyways, guys, this is my book. It's called Crown of Success by Jenny, and it's available on Amazon, the ebook and also the physical copying. So please grab a copy if you're interested in supporting this channel. This is a way to support the channel and to support me as well for putting out, you know, content every day for you guys to enjoy. So I hope you guys enjoyed this book, and I hope you go and grab your copy, whether it's the ebook or the physical copy. I say have a physical copy, but it's really up to how much, you know, your wallet and what you can afford. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Mwah. This is a shameless plug, so just check out my channel, okay? Love you guys. Mwah.